Hello everyone, this is Justin from Justin's Orchids and More. I think it's September 5th, Sunday, and hope everybody's having a good weekend. I know I've been having a good weekend, and I'm gonna do a little walk around of the backyard in the greenhouse. I've been trying to do a little bit of work, just doing some repots and watering and fertilizing. But yeah, this is my planter box with the two roses in it that when I moved in the house earlier in the summer, they were doing okay. This one especially was not doing that well, but what I've been doing with it is I've been really just flushing out this container, this man-made container. I've been flushing it out, and I've been giving it granular fertilizer. And if you look at all these new growths, and look at these beautiful roses blooming here in September. They are gorgeous. I've got tons of new blooms coming. Look how beautiful that is. Yes, nice rose smell. Yeah, that plant has really, I don't really know how to grow roses that well, but yeah, it has really turned around. And all I've been using, like I said, I'll show you guys, is I've been using this Job's granular fertilizer, and everything out here that I'm about to show you that's growing out here in full sun, I use that granular fertilizer. It breaks down well, and these plants have just turned around. Beautiful rose bush. Now here's my white one, and it's been blooming very well. I mean, same thing. I've been flushing it really good every day, and putting the granular fertilizer in it. And these two rose bushes right here get full sun all day. And there is a tag, but the name's worn off. But yeah, it's look at that, blooming well for me. I have no complaints about that one bit. Now, I don't really know how to grow roses, but anyway, so my two Plumeria trees, they were in the front yard or on the front porch, and Tina made me move them back here, and they have been so top heavy until I have had to put pieces of center block to weigh them down so they don't tip over. They're so top heavy. And I mean, look at that. Look at this, the size of the stalk. This one's about 4.5 foot tall. It's done well. It bloomed earlier this year, and I just don't want to repot them. I want to wait. I want to take them inside, because it's September right now, and once the leaves drop, I'll take them inside. They'll have their winter rest, and next year when I put them back outside, I'll repot them. But they're so top heavy. Yeah, I'm having to put center blocks or pieces of center blocks. Look at this one. This is the bigger one. This is the red Plumeria that I had a cutting of, and yeah, it's taken well. That one will go in the greenhouse and have its winter rest, and next year I will give this one more sun, but it does have a nice new growth right there. Actually, a couple of growths, doing fine. Again, I use that Job's granular fertilizer. Yeah, this is my biggest Plumeria, and I'm really happy with this one. It's still in bloom, and if you look, it's done. It's got to the point to where it's branching off. There's 1, 2, 3, and that's the flower spike. Yeah, this one next year will probably be a big plant, and yeah, this one's 5 foot tall. It's a big plant. It's big. I've had very good luck with these Plumerias. Let's give it a smell test. Yeah, it smells just like suntan lotion. The blooms are gorgeous. They are. Both of these Plumerias have been really good growers for me. And again, you know, Miracle Grow potting mix with some rocks. I feed them once a week. I try to stay on top of watering, but yeah, I'm not gonna repot them until next year, but I'm happy with those. I wish I could plant them in the ground, you know, and I'm at, you know, as far as where I live, I honestly think that I might could get away with planting them in the ground if we have a mild winter, but Michael told me not to do it, so I'm not gonna do it. But yeah, I'll have them in the greenhouse, I guess, over the winter. And right here, this is an area, you know, it's about 2 something p.m. and all this area gets full sun pretty much all day. And let's look at a couple of these plants. This is the that orchid cactus that Paula gave me, and I've been fertilizing it. It has put off this just humongous growth right here. I am so happy with it. I'm trying to get away from the sun. Yeah, that's a big plant. It looks good. This is another big succulent that I have had a lot of good luck with, and I love these big leaves, and I love the bronze color on the new leaves. That one's doing really good. I've got another, just, you know, just a couple of plants that are doing well. I don't know what this is, but it's some type of succulent, and it looks good. It looks really good. I'm happy with that. My bamboo orchid. Now I got this off of eBay. Let's put it right here. I got this off of eBay earlier in the spring, and it was a pretty small plant, but it's taken off. If you look, I've got lots of new growth coming. There's 3 right there. Doing really well. It was, you know, it's at least doubled in size, if not tripled, from when I got it. But if you look, see the granular fertilizer that I use. When I have so many plants, it's just easier to put down that granular fertilizer and just water. You know, that way, you know, you don't have to worry about staying on top of mixing the batch up. The granular fertilizer has done really well with these Christmas cactuses. They're growing. I mean, they are just they're really growing. I really like where I got them right now, because I think that as long as the sun path stays the same, you know, going into the fall to winter months, I should get some really nice blooms off of these 2 Christmas cactuses, and they are doing very well. My jade plant, this was another one that, if you look on my repotting videos, I planted this I repotted it in the spring, and I'm just happy. I mean, that's a big plant, and it's doing really good. Now that one will go inside when it gets colder. I really want I want this to be a big, just nice looking old jade plant. I've got it in that pot. I really won't have to repot that for maybe 2 more years. But yeah, that's gorgeous. And it's taking full sun. You know, I always like to use these rocks. It helps retain the moisture. I water that plant every day. Every evening I come home and I water all this every day. But yeah, a year or 2, that's gonna be nice. All right, so let's look at the raised garden. Now I told you guys that in August the raised garden would play out, and I'm actually surprised that that it's still not completely dead. What I do, you know, I'll come home in the evenings, and the first thing what I do is I get my water hose going, and I like to clean out my lines and stuff. I spray this first because I want my lines to be cleaned out, because I'm always worried about my you know, the quality of my water. So I clean out the hose, clean out the lines, I let the water run for a little while, you know, and I water this first. I water this, and then I water that, and then I water that. and then I go to the greenhouse, because I'll check my ppm once I get to the greenhouse. I'll have a little cup, you know, and I'll check it. Normally it's around 45 ppm, you know, maybe 50 at the most. So the quality of water is good. Yeah, the cherry tomatoes. Oh, by the way, let me show you Maisie. Maisie's not in a lot of videos. Maisie, Maisie, you gonna show out? This is Maisie, AKA Possum. Maisie, what are you doing, Maisie? Huh? You gonna show off in front of the camera? Meow's inside. Maisie, she's a good cat. She likes being out here. Yeah, Meow's inside. She's just chilling. She likes to stay inside, but Maisie likes to come outside. That's my Siamese cat. Maisie. Look how fat she is. That's a good kitty. Ain't that a good kitty? That's a good kitty. She's a good cat. Anyway, so yeah, the raised gardens did good. I've got plenty of cherry tomatoes. This is the last of the Mohicans. I got some red ones to pick. The rosemary's done well, you know, for what it is. I've used this basil and the parsley. You know, the basil's been going to flower. These tomato plants in these 5-gallon buckets, they done really good. I've got lots of tomatoes off of them. You know, it is what it is. So I've been happy. I still got a little bit more. Yeah, so you know, this is the raised garden. It was a good experiment. I got a lot of vegetables off of it. I've been using the herbs, so that's that. Let's walk back here to the greenhouse. Maisie, what are you doing? You want to come in the greenhouse? She's like, no. All right, so the greenhouse. Now I've been moving some stuff around. This is a new shelving area that I have made right here where I film and stuff. I left that bar there open, so I have room to film right there. But I do get a lot of sunlight here, and I noticed that yesterday. So I had some shelving left from my grow tent, and I put it right there. And I think it looks good. I like that. I have took all my Vandas and Vanda types, and I have hung them up high, and they seem to like it. I've created a lot more room. They get a lot more light. So I recently came in here and I watered good, and I'm gonna let these plants suck up the water good, and then this evening, because I haven't fertilized in probably 4 days. So about 6:30, 7 o'clock, I'm gonna come in here and use a 2-part Jack's fertilizer. I'm gonna go around maybe 150 parts per million, and maybe a little more, not too much more, but I'm gonna water everything good. This is a plant worth noting. This is the Dendrobium samurai that I got from Paula, and I know it's going to be a big plant, but look at these new growths. I hung it up high, and since I've hung it up high, it's doing really, really good. I didn't take it out of this pot. I didn't mess with the root system, and so far, it likes it. Look at that big growth right there. That one. Look at that one. Look at that one. That's doing very well. Yeah, my voodoo lily looks good. I added a little bit more soil. I didn't want to disturb, you know, I wanted to repot it, but I don't want to mess with it, because the last time I repotted it, it dumped on me. So I've been leaving it alone, and I will leave it in this pot it's in. But yeah, look at that. It's doing really good. Here's a couple of Hoyas. That's one that I got yesterday. It's doing good. My Cattleya Sheriana that I got from Paula. That's a nice looking new growth right there coming on from that. You know what? This Dendrobium speciosum, that I've had it for maybe about a year now, and I've hung it up high right here where it gets a lot of light, because I have not seen this plant. It's weird for a orchid, you know. I think this is from Australia, but it's weird for an orchid to rest during all summer. It has not put out a new growth. but the plant does not look bad. The pseudobulbs look good. The leaves look good. It hasn't done anything. You know, this is the main new shoot right there. And so I'm waiting to see some action down here, but not yet. But yeah, I like that plant. I don't really grow cattleyas that well at all, but my bridal white, it's looking better. It's got a new growth right there, and it's got one right there. This is a very, very fragrant orchid. Pure white blooms. Came from Palma Orchids. I've been watching it. I think it's doing fine. That was the one I got from Jared's yesterday, Jared's Jungle. I came in here earlier, and I smelled the blooms, and they are very fragrant. I like that. They're pretty. Not a whole lot going on. I do have a no ID novelty Phalaenopsis that I've been talking about all summer, and I've turned this plant around. It wasn't that healthy, but it looks a lot better. It's growing new roots. It's got another spike right there, but I'm finally going to see what this is. I don't know what it is. So that's that. Not a whole lot, guys. My Bulbophyllum cross. Been watching those new growths to make sure it's doing okay. It's doing fine. One of my favorite plants, my Brassivola cucullata, is I love that. New growth. Really happy about that. Let's see, my Oncidium Cherry Baby's going out. Raspberry chocolate. I've got some spikes forming there. My Mimi Palmer. I know the lighting's bad. It's in full bloom. Smells really good. What I want to show you guys. Let's see. Oh, the this is one that I recently got. That's that Wine Delight. I've got a nice spike forming there. Really curious to see those blooms. But yeah, there were some repots I did yesterday of some Hoyas, and like I said, these Vandas look really good. Yeah, that's a little walk around the greenhouse. That's about it, guys. I'll show you some updates. My Coryanthes, it's wanting to bloom again, and the plant's just really unhealthy right now. There's a new growth, and that looks like a spike right there. I don't know that I'll let it bloom. I mean, it looks okay. The plant just needs to focus on growing, so I may let that spike come out and bloom. Last year it did the same thing. You know, it bloomed and bloomed and bloomed. So here in the fall. But anyway, guys, hope everybody's having a good weekend. And yeah, look at this. This plant right here. This is that other Coryanthes, and it's doing really good. There's another new growth right there. This plant's happy in here. Look at that new growth right there. It's doing good. It's doing really good. Everything's looking really good. So anyway, guys, here's another one. It's my biggest Stanhopeia, and I repotted it and I messed with it, and it stunted for a little while, but that's a new growth coming, and I also have a new growth coming right there. So that one's bouncing back. I'm happy about that. The Bulbophyllums look good. I've got lots of new growths. Look at this one. Check that out. New growth, new growth, new growth. Like that. So there's one I recently got. It's doing fine. But yeah, I'm gonna get off here. I keep running my mouth. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. There's my begonias. I think they look really good. I'm having no trouble out of them. I'll see you guys on the next one.